Welcome everyone. Hello everyone. Thanks for coming today. My name is Norbert Gaál and I'm leading the design team of Fintechlab. And basically I'm going to talk about our journey from the last year. I want to share with you our experience, our findings, because we believe that one of the main pillars of personal development is knowledge sharing. First of all, let me say a big thank for the team who organized this event and make this happen. So thank you, Mary, and thank you for the whole team for Fintechlab. I remember for the first time, it was around 5 or 6 months ago when we have the first meeting about Design Summit, and we just talked about what would be the goal of this event. And basically, we wanted to create a platform where we can share our experience with you. So, and you can also share your experience with us because it's important to develop together. My personal goal with my presentation is that I think and I believe that sometimes you need to sit down and evaluate the previous period of your life. And I think that we can agree that our last year was a very busy year. And from one person designers, we just built up a design team. And right now, as Ildiko mentioned in the morning, we are working on a comprehensive customer experience strategy. So, how the story just started. We have to go back to 2018, and basically that was a time in my life, and I didn't know what, I was quitting from a startup, and I didn't know what would be the next step. That was the time when I met with János, and basically it was a business lunch where he just showed me his everyday problem, his thoughts about design, and his thoughts about digital product development. And he even showed me his model, his own model. It's called DDO model. It consists of design, operate, and deliver. Basically, he just divided the digital product development into 3 steps. And he said that unfortunately, banks are not good in the first and in the last step. He said that usually in the design phase is missing from the digital product development flow because the banks are not able to understand, and they are not doing researches, they are not surrounding the voice of the customer and not making decisions on that. And also in the operate phase, you know, because of the lack of ownership, they are not behaving like a father of a son. In the deliver phase, it's good, and they are good. But you know, in the main KPI in the delivery phase is the deadline, and we know that nowadays in a digital product development world, deadline is just one milestone and not the end of the story. Basically, if you know János, that you know that he's kind of an impressive guy, and I like his vision. And basically, we agreed that we would work together. The fun fact of that the first agreement was about 40 hours consultancy or something like this. And after 1 week, we just realized that the 40 hours has gone. And that was the first time when we felt that it's maybe a beginning of a bigger collaboration and not just a design consultancy. And basically, he just invited me into MKB Fintechlab and also into MKB to help them with the design knowledge. Retrospectively, our history or our journey looked like this. The slide is not good, unfortunately, because the first 4 steps are missing. No, it's not missing, it's just gray. Okay, so the first, basically, it consists of 6 steps. The first one was the dating period when there was no design team at MKB, there was no in-house design team, and also at MKB Fintechlab. Basically, it was only one project. We just jumped into the project and we just tried to help with an operative design tools. The second step was the discovery phase when we had a small time to understand the whole bank and the problems and the pain points of the bank system. The third one was when we have enough power and enough resources to build up a design team. The fourth one was about the scaling, and right now we are here when we are talking about customer experience strategy for the whole MKB. Let's start to see in detail what's happened. In the first time, as I mentioned, we just jumped into a digital product development project, and basically we just start to show the value of design by the help of operative design tools. Like we just started to create wireframes, we just started to create customer journeys, and we just tried to show a new way of designing or a new way of developing a product. There was no design team, and sometimes we just felt like a guerrilla soldier. We were alone, and we didn't know what is the idea, what we are doing, what is the main vision, and what is the strategy behind on it. We just wanted to help to the bank. And the main goal of my presentation is just share the most important experience and findings what we found from this period. And the first one is that it's called Feel the Room. And I would say that we had great support from the C-level as well, and also from the operative level at MKB, and this is why we had space. But if we couldn't go into the space and we couldn't be here, so if you have a space, then you have to go. And basically, this is the main message from this. And also, we bring the example as well, the Trojan horse, that you can use the operative design tools as a Trojan horse, because you can just go into the room and show that, hey guys, this is the power of a customer journey mapping, or this is the value of a customer journey mapping. As if they understand, because it's very fast, you cannot say that, hey, everyone should change the mindset immediately and let's try to think in a design thinking way or a human-centric way, because it's too abstract and it's too far from the reality. But with these design tools, we were able to show that yes, they are useful and they like it. And this is coming from Seth Godin, basically think big and start small, and this is what showed us a lot, because we knew from the first time that we need to provide a comprehensive solution, and we need to change the mindset as well, but we knew that we should start with quick wins, and we need to just show short achievements to be able to get there. The second step, it was after 2 months when we just started, and we already felt that my resources is not enough, so we just start to build a team or something like that. There were 3 experts, and because of that, we have time and enough resource to turn into the bank and try to understand the environment around us. And we saw that there is a big need of design, but we need a strategy, and we need to consciously build up a conception how we can help to the bank in a system, in a strategic level. In this time, from this time, one of the biggest tip and one of the biggest finding is that we should always focus on making others successful, because we went to the bank and we start to understand the problems, the everyday problems, and if you can help to the others solving their everyday problems, that they will open-minded, and you can just show and introduce design and the value of design, the power of design. And also, it was a very useful step from us that we always try to build alliances and we always try to build connections, because I think then if you want to transform a company, if you want to make changes, then you need good alliances and you need good human relationships. And also in this period, we didn't really know that what we are doing, because Fintechlab originally was an incubation house, and design competency was not on the strategic layer. And we had a lot of uncomfortable meetings with ourselves, and we were thinking about that. What is our vision and what we want to do? Are we a design agency, an external vendor, or we are one team with MKB and we want to work together? And that to find the truth, it was very hard for us. And after the third step was in our journey, when we have more than 2 projects already. It was around the middle of or the summer of 2019, and we had the chance to build the first version of the in-house design team at MKB Fintechlab. It means 6 people in this time, and the biggest challenges were the visibility to show that we are here, guys, and we have a new competence center, you can use it. And also, it's very difficult to build an operation if you have 6 designers. Then you need to define processes, you need to define clear responsibilities in your team, and this is a big challenge. From this period, when you are building a new team from scratch, my biggest message is that chemistry is the key. Hard skills are easy to get if you have good mentors and if you have a knowledge in your room, but soft skills and chemistry will let you work together and collaborate together, and I think that this is the key of the success. And also, we had a relatively fast growing, I'm not sure that every time is equal the success, because it's a very risky thing when you have a small team and you have to scale up. You have to be very careful because it's not an easy thing. And the fourth one was the scaling, when something is changed in the bank. Because until that point, we only behaved like a pushy sales guy. We went to everyone and we said that, hey guys, here I am, I'm a designer, I have a good team, and design can help you in the digital product development and also in the service development. And they said sometimes that, okay, welcome, and sometimes they said that, okay, right now it's not needed. But from this point, the push-based sales just changed, and they just started pulling us into the system. And they said that, hey, Norbert, I heard that you have some discovery phase in this project, and maybe this discovery phase or this user research method would be good for me as well. Do you want to join us? And yes, we said that yes, of course. In this period, we had 9 projects. And if you ever worked on transformation, or if you want to work on a transformation project, I think that this is one of the most important sentences. If you want to build a ship, don't drum up people to collect wood, and don't assign them tasks and work, but rather teach them to long for the endless immensity of the sea. And I think that this was one of the key success of our story as well, because we didn't want to push that, hey, you should create a design, but we just showed that, hey, with the customer journey map, this is what you can achieve, and this can show the lack of, product ownership, and this is a good tool for you in your everyday in your bank life. The second is that we just figured out, and I think that right now it's a fact in the design profession, that facilitation is the key. Right now, designers are not just sitting in the corner, in the dark, and creating nice and sexy user interfaces. They have to jump into the business conversation, into the business meetings, and they have to help to facilitate and clarify the business idea. And I think that right now, this is one of the most important features of a designer. And this is where we are right now. This is the point. We are working on a CX strategy, and I'm going to tell you a couple of details about it. So what I told you in the last 10 minutes, that in the last year, we behaved in an operative level and we act in an operative level, which means that we produced hands-on UX, UI, and service design knowledge into the projects. On the other hand, we started to build up an education system. We have a collaboration with the HR, and we start to introduce to the company design thinking, human-centric design, and also design tools and hands-on design tools. And now we are working on the strategy, because guerrilla soldier is good as a first step, but not in the long term. Basically, our customer experience strategy look like this, and the 5 most important pillars of this strategy and program is that we have to understand the customer, we have to have measurement system and metrics, we have to understand what is the relationship between branding and customer experience. We have to change the mindset, and also internal processes should support the customer experience. Nowadays, I would say that I'm not a guerrilla soldier, and we are not a guerrilla soldier, but we are a team of 16 people, and we are trying to help the MKB to reach success. Thank you.